sports media have been chipping away at that glass ceiling for decades, but it has not come without challenges. The dark side to female sports journalism is harassment. Just take a look at what these reporters faced while trying to broadcast during last year's World Cup soccer tournament in Russia.
The Russians, the top of this group, the Uruguayans were just much stronger.
Don't do this. Never do this again, okay? I'm sorry. Don't do this. I don't allow you to do that. Never.
Por supuesto, es un ambiente soñado para cualquier fanático del mundo.
What you just saw is a phenomenon all too familiar to women in the industry, and it extends to social media as well. We want to take a closer look in Spotlight, and we're pleased to bring in Kate Delaney, longtime sports journalist and author of Deal Your Own Destiny. Kate, is this problem limited just to countries, say, in like Russia and Europe, or is it a worldwide phenomenon right now with women sports journalists?
You know, David, I think it is worldwide. I've had it happen to me, and you showed examples of women on television, and especially in those situations with crowds, you seem to be the most vulnerable, and you gave those examples, and that's what happened to me. I was doing a March Madness live shot, and someone came up behind me and tried to grab me and tried to kiss me, and luckily there was a photographer that was on the side, and he shoved him out of the way, but that all went on live TV. So I think that's where women especially get it the worst.
It does seem like it has gotten worse over the past couple of years. There was, I guess, a phenomena where I guess men would sort of run up behind women and shout something particular that was vulgar and then post the video. What is it about our society that thinks that, oh, we can go ahead and ruin people's work, particularly if they're women?
Well, I think you said it's so male dominated. It's just laced with testosterone and liquor and the excitement of the games, particularly when we're talking about playoff games or international competitions like the World Cup, which is what you showed and what happened there in Moscow. And I think the same thing happens sometimes at NFL games, unless you've got somebody around you, a producer, an intern, a couple of people to kind of insulate you from that. What happens is the rush of excitement and then wanting to get on camera and wanting to do something outrageous, because then you can go viral and become famous. And we have a celebrity culture, and that's a wrong way to become a celebrity, by harassing a woman on camera.
And Kate, tell me about some of the issues you've had to deal with online and social media.
Yeah, in social media, usually I have to say this, a lot of people have had great respect for me, and a lot of men have treated me fabulous and get defensive when I get bullied online. But I have been bullied a couple of times, like, why is she on a talk show? A woman doesn't belong here. A woman shouldn't be in the locker room. What does she know about sports? Or challenging, because I'm very opinion-based. I'm not just reporting, I'm giving my opinions, and I'm talking to famous athletes and rookies and general managers across the board, just like any man would do on a talk show. And I think there is some resentment there sometimes for some of the guys who listen. Overwhelmingly, David, luckily, I have a lot more support than negative, but I definitely am vulnerable online too.
And Kate, are the athletes and the owners that you were mentioning, are they generally better now than they were towards women reporters, say, 10 years ago?
Yeah, I think they're a lot better, because they realize that the glass ceiling has been shattered. I mean, I had a tough time. It took 500 rejections, David, for me to move from news to sports, but I had the tenacity. I stuck in because I really wanted to do it. I love it. I have the passion for it, and I stuck with it. And so I think there was that, again, that respect. And if you know what you're doing and you're doing it for the right reasons, then usually they give that back to you, meaning the owners, the players, etc. They treat you like, for lack of a better way to say it, one of the guys in a good way.
Kate, I have a feeling you've developed some new fans tonight here on I-24 News. Where can people find your work, and what events will you be covering in the months ahead?
Well, you can go to katedelaneyradio.com or katedelaney.speaker.com, because I also speak a lot about this. And you can find me on TuneIn Radio. And of course, there's some big events coming up, like the U.S. Open. I'll be in New York broadcasting from the U.S. Open, and then come back around to Super Bowl again. And I'll probably end up doing some March Madness too, and that's right around the corner, just a few weeks from now.
Kate Delaney, sports journalist and author of Deal Your Own Destiny. Kate, thanks for doing this. We appreciate it.
David, thank you.
You got it.